Everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nirajana from Leotales. In today's video, I'll be discussing something which I think is very important during times like these. As a kid, I remember having a lot of grapes, especially the green ones and also the purple ones. And right after, I'll get some sort of a throat infection or an irritation. And my doctor said it is because of the pesticides that is sprayed. So you really need to wash it thoroughly, put it in salt water, warm water and all. So I have been doing that for a very long time right now. But then with the recent advent of organic vegetables, or say most of us have homegrown vegetables like the kitchen garden and all, I thought, okay, there is no pesticides in it, especially organic fruits and vegetables which are cultivated in a way that it is ecologically friendly. There is no herbicide, there is no pesticide, so they are of course safer, right? And then comes your kitchen garden where you are not spraying any of these, but you are using only very natural fertilizers, etc. So do you still have to wash them like thoroughly as you would do when you buy a store-bought vegetable or a fruit? Is it important? Well, turns out that it is quite important. Let's see why. So first and foremost thing is of course the pesticide. Let's talk about that first. You have surface pesticide and contact pesticide. Surface pesticide is usually sprayed at the root of that particular plant, whereas contact pesticide is what you see on top of the fruits and vegetables, which is basically done to improve the appearance, make it look like it's still healthy or still fresh, but that may not be the case. So these pesticides, you can often see them as a white patch on top of your fruit and vegetables. You will have to wash it thoroughly because of course pesticide, any small trace of it going in your body will definitely harm your body. So that is first reason. Now there's a class of vegetables called root vegetables like carrot, etc., which are grown or which are obtained from the root of that particular plant. Even if you are growing them at your home, they are nutrient rich because they come into direct contact with soil. They absorb a lot of nutrients. They are low in glycemic index, so they are good for patients suffering from diabetes, etc. But what happens is it is not just the nutrients. They are coming in direct contact with the soil. The soil itself as a coating will be toxic to us. That is one thing. There will be worm attacks, there could be bacterial attacks. So even if you are growing them in your home, or even if you're getting it from an organic store or an organic farm that you're very sure of, the soil and the associated risk with the soil, it remains the same whether or not there is pesticide. Just holding your fruit or vegetable under running water will not be sufficient. A lot of people believe that fruits like say watermelon or say potato, a vegetable like potato, you're not actually consuming the outer surface, right? You will peel off or you will just like remove the outer part and you will just consume the flesh of it. So should you really wash that thoroughly? Well, the point is that you should, because cross-contamination can occur. Say your knife, your cutting tray, these things you're not sure if they are safe. And most importantly, say when you cut a watermelon, you actually cut through the outer surface and go into the inner surface. So the outer surface and whatever dirt and everything that is present on the outer surface, it will get easily transferred to the inner surface. So this way, even if you don't plan to eat the outer surface of your fruit or vegetable, say avocado, watermelon, you still have to clean them thoroughly before consuming, because cross-contamination is equally dangerous. Another is a classic reason. Like from the point it's plucked from the garden or the farm, then it is getting transported, then it goes to the vendor and finally it reaches your home. A lot of people touch the surface. The products, the fruits and vegetables as such, they get exposed to a lot of different weather conditions, traveling, pollution. So the surface is not at all safe, or the surface is not at all pure. So you really have to wash your hands like after touching your all fruits and vegetables. Even if you're just touching your fruits and vegetables at a store, some of us have this habit of touching and checking if it is ripe and all. We do that even from supermarkets and we just walk away like that, right? That is not good. You are touching a potentially toxic surface. You really need to wash your hands afterwards. And when it comes to eating these fruits and vegetables, definitely you need to wash them, whether they are organic, whether they are homegrown. Homegrown would not be a major issue. The only exposure would be to different weather conditions, or if you are growing it near your road, then a lot of pollution that way. And if you're picking it from a store, then definitely. Nowadays, plastic is not much in use, but then you still see a lot of fruits and vegetables come wrapped up in plastic. Especially the vendor next to your home would be selling it in a plastic wrap, and you will be like, it's okay, fine, I know him already, so we're not going to make a big fuss of it and all. Sometimes you wrap it in a paper, newspaper and all. So people say that don't put it in wrapped up like that for so long. You have to like keep it open. See, that is also because plastic as such is not like it is going to transfer something directly into your food chain, but there could be smaller molecules in the plastic bags also which can get into your food chain through your fruit and vegetables. Say for example, phthalates, BPA, etc. They are considered to be endocrine disruptors. EDCs are like, they mimic your endocrine system. Endocrine system would include your thyroid, your reproductive system, etc. So they mimic the hormones, and it could either increase or decrease your hormone levels like estrogen, thyroid, etc., which can potentially harm both men and women. So Do not wrap it in plastic. Well, that should be the main thing. That should be the main agenda for multiple reasons, for environment and for yourself. But otherwise also remove it from plastic, and if you're wrapping it in plastic, you need to wash the fruits and vegetables thoroughly. So I have been using different veggie washes in the last 5 to 6 months, ever since the lockdown started. Even if your fruit or vegetable does not have any cut, even if they seem to be healthy, that may not be the case. They must be loaded with pesticides, and also you really have to clean them up, right? So for that, I am using a veggie wash right now. It is by this brand called QRAA. So this was sent for review, and they said if I end up liking it, I can go ahead and make a video. If I don't, then that's it. So in the past, I've used a couple of veggie washes which I bought randomly from Amazon. Some of them were colored, some of them had a very strong fragrance. So my mother always had a problem with the fragrance, and sometimes, just a few days ago, I heard her saying that one of the particular veggie washes made her fingers a little itchy every time she washes it. Washing different vegetables with the same veggie wash, and her fingers were feeling itchy. So that is when I thought I'll give this a shot. So I've been using it for past 2 weeks. Me and my mother, both of us, have been washing vegetables with this one. It does not have any color to it. It's like plain water. The fragrance is fruity, which is not at all strong, and most importantly, it is not causing any itchiness or irritation on my fingers and my mother's fingers, which is a big blessing. The product claims to be 100% natural. Well, I'm not very sure about that, because there is some sort of a soapy feeling to it. Not a soapy feeling, you know, the cleansing agent feeling to it. So however, they claim to remove toxins like soil, pesticides, and whatever that is. So in that way, it is pretty good, and it is very easy to use also. All you have to do is 500 ml of water and 3 tablespoons of this wash. Dip your fruit or vegetable for just 1 minute, and that's all. That's all that you have to do. And then take out each fruit or vegetable, wash it under running water, and it's good to go. It is very safe to use that way, and since you require very little quantity, the package as such is value for money also. So this is what I have been using right now. And for hard vegetables like say watermelon or say even potato, you can use a scrubber brush on top of the surface. Under running water, you can use a scrubber brush to scrub it off really harsh way. So as I said, we can avoid cross contamination, just like how I mentioned earlier. So these are some of the things that I do, and I think this veggie wash is pretty good to go for. If you are someone who would like to try it out, then I'll put the link in the description box. It is not an affiliate link, so if it were, I would have been honest about it. So yeah, it's not. So you can directly get it from Amazon, and yeah, that's it about today's video. Consume a lot of fruits and vegetables, especially vitamin C. A boost to that is very important during these times. But without proper washing and cleaning, you're actually doing more harm to your system than good by consuming them in a raw form or in a way they are not clean. It's not good. So be very careful about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what are your thoughts about this. We'll meet again with another video. Until then, take care. Bye.